let's go to next. So second to last, we've got linebackers and then tight ends. So linebackers is second to last. The top three are clear. So who do we think are the top three linebacking producing teams in the Big Ten over the
All right,
last years?
you guys in the chat say your three while I try my best here. I'm not going to be very good at this one. I will say Ohio State because I see every time Penn State is linebacker U, so I feel like they need to be up there. And then and then let's go. Uh, I don't
I,
think a team like Wisconsin or somebody like that would get it because I don't know if they've had the athleticism on the defensive side of the ball to get their guys drafted as much. But I could see a team like a Maryland or a USC. Maybe they've not had the best defenses, but they've had athletic guys. Maybe a UCLA. I'll go with Ohio State, Penn State, USC. I'll kind of go, top programs there that's been lately. Pitt Snipe Husker, we don't change the graphic because we're trying to guess them first, and then we'll change it. So we'll reveal it here in just a
we're
second.
we're interested in your views. So just so you know, Penn State is tied for fifth, so they're outside the top three. They've had
Okay.
four linebackers, and that did surprise me. That was part of my notes. They were linebacker university, but it's been a little bit slimmer for sure the last 10 years, although 4 picks puts them tied for 12th in the nation. So still
Mm-hmm.
good, right?
Yeah.
Still good. And people are playing less linebackers than they used to, right? It used to be 3 linebackers. Some could go with a 3-4 lineup. Uh, Ohio State, you could argue, has 2 linebackers starting. So that's another difference, too, why you're going to see linebackers less. So
Well, yeah,
Michigan,
and if you're playing the 3-4, you're automatically going to have a better chance than if you're playing the 4-2. So
yeah, yeah. Michigan, Ohio State, Wisconsin. That's a good guess. And I can tell you one of these is the clear leader. Let's see if anyone else guesses before we show it. All right, why don't we show it? Go ahead. So the leader by
uh,
far. Oh, next one. Michigan, the clear leader, 10 total picks, 2 first-round picks. In fact, there's only been 4 first-round linebacker picks over the last 10 years coming from Big Ten schools. And that includes the 4 Pac-12 schools for all 10 years. So Michigan, in fact, other than Ohio State being way out in front for wide receivers, this is the other position group where a team is really clearly distanced themselves, and that's Michigan. I figured they'd be top three, JR. I didn't imagine them just being this clear leader like they are, but really impressive. It's number 2 in the nation, in fact, in linebackers. Guess who's number 1? Alabama. Alabama's number 1 with 13. Not surprising, right? But
yeah.
Wisconsin, so yeah, they've had their share of linebackers for sure. That's where they've been strong. If anything, Wisconsin too weak on defensive backs as they need to be, and needing to be a little bit stronger defensive line. But linebackers been their strength of their defense for sure. Um, Ohio
Yeah,
State is
I
third.
underestimated the Wisconsin there. I thought maybe their athleticism lately, but they had a really good run there from 17 to 2020. It looks like so. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. And then impressively, 3 of the Pac-12, former Pac-12 schools, Oregon with 5, Washington and UCLA with 4 each. Those 2 are tied for 12th in the nation. Oregon is 9th in the nation. So Big Ten is strong here. Minnesota, Penn State also are lumped in with those teams with 4 picks, which is good for 12th in the nation. And Penn State and Iowa with 2 first-round picks as well. So that's good stuff. On the bad side was 0. Illinois, Nebraska, Michigan State, and Rutgers, all with 0 picks. Shockingly, Indiana with 2. Yay, Hoosiers.
Well, I think this is probably the Big Ten's best position group. You would say, right? I mean, half of the conference in the top 12. I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty doggone good.
yeah. And you think about it, it makes sense. If the Big Ten is run-oriented, you better have good linebackers, right? Defensive line, I would still argue, is even for stopping a run game is most important. But
Right.
then next is linebackers. So totally makes sense to me at least.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
We're a little hour over. One of these times we're going to keep it under an hour, but this is so compelling. We know we need to keep it going. We have our